Hello Twin Flame friends, welcome back to Happy Twins 1111. My name is Charlotte, so delighted that you've tuned in today. I've got an energy update for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine today so we can see what's happening in the collective. But before I begin, I just want to send out a huge big thanks for all of you for your your shares and your subscribes, because it means so much. I've had so many wonderful emails, such an outpouring of love. It's an absolute joy to help you guys, to support you on your journey and to help you have a happy journey. That's what I'm here for. But the last couple of weeks since I've started doing this have been really, really magical. I've cried so many happy tears in the last few weeks. In particular, these last two, I've connected with some incredible people. And it's just been an absolutely amazing journey. So thank you, all of you. I'm just so humbled by your response, and I'm so grateful that you're tuning in and that I'm able to support you. I really want to talk to you about something so exciting that's been happening to me in the last week, because in my day work, I am actually a spirit release therapist as well. I do energy healing and all kinds of different holistic and spiritual treatments, but the spiritual release therapy that I've been focused on, because I was on a course this weekend, kind of revealed something really interesting about the twin flame journey to me, and I'm really, really excited about it. I've been talking with my amazing friend who is also a reader on this tube. You can find a link to her channel in the description box below. She's known as Made for Love. If you haven't watched her readings about twin flame connections, you need to. She's absolutely incredible. But her and I have been talking about this incredible discovery that I've made that we're really fascinated and intrigued by, and we really want to explore further. So I need your help to describe in a nutshell what it is. Spirit release therapy, which is the work I'm doing, is basically where I connect mediumistically to a person's outer and inner etheric field for the purpose of clearing away anything negative that doesn't serve them. So it really helps people in particular that have depression, anxiety, any other kind of mental health conditions, which can often be related to negative spirit attachments and such like. But whilst I was doing this weekend for one of my actual clients from this channel, I was really guided by my spirit guide, John, who works with me on spirit release therapy, to do a twin flame light activation. Now, I'd never done that before. It all happened very quickly and very intuitively. But what I saw absolutely fascinated me. I can't find much information online that corresponds with what I've been doing. I understand that twin flame light activation occurs to a degree at DNA level when you meet your twin. But this was a kind of twin flame healing modality in which I was shown how the twin flame chakras connect, this kind of ring of light they're connected to, and how these two particular lights, which I believe are higher chakras, are activated. And I've already practiced this on 3 different twin flame couples, but in order to kind of progress with this work and really do more research into it and understand the impact on the twin flame connection, I'm really looking for some volunteers who would step forward to receive this treatment for free. This is for both twins, the DM and the DF. I would do a spiritual clearing as well as the twin flame activation, or light activation as John called it. And then I just need you to keep in touch with me over the coming months, just to help me understand how your connection was impacted by this happening. So it would be really helpful to have a cross section of twins, like, a really different variety, so at different stages in their journey. So if you want more information about that, if you're interested in helping me and taking part, and you'd like to receive that free spiritual clearing and twin flame light activation, then please email me. My details are in the box below. I'm super excited about it. There's just so much magic happening right now. It's just incredible. So yes, so much joy to come. But let's crack on with this reading. If you're interested in decks I'm using, you can find that information in the box below, and you can also find information there about getting a private reading for me, as well as my friend's channel web link, Made for Love. She does twin flame readings as well. I have had a reading from her, so go and check her out. She's absolutely incredible and receives my highest recommendation. I've met so many wonderful people on this journey. and connected with so many just beautiful souls, and she is absolutely one of them. So please show her some love. She's absolutely killing it. She's amazing. Right, so let's get going. So if you've not seen my energy updates before, we look at the divine masculine and divine feminine energies. Divine masculine is on the left, divine feminine is on the right, and the connecting energies go down the middle. We look at the past, the present, and the future, and I'm going to choose 2 significators to go at the top here so we can get an overall feel for the energy. Now, this is a timeless reading. Trust that you found it at the right time for you. It is a collective reading, so it's not going to resonate for absolutely everybody, but hopefully a good deal of you will, find it helpful. I think the other really important thing to mention is that having watched loads of other readings that Twin Flame readers are posting, and for my own readings, my friends' readings, we are seeing a real pattern in the energies of the collective right now. It's absolutely fascinating, with a lot of divine masculines moving away from karmic partners and waking up, and a lot of divine feminines really stepping into the power. The overall feeling is, for the most part, very positive, and I'm really excited about these 2 significators that have come up already. It's just powerful. We've got the Emperor for the divine masculine, which is the divine masculine card. He is really in his power. And then we've got the Ace of Wands for the divine feminine, which is, that beginning, that new beginning. And she is deeply connected to spirit right now. So already we've got off to an absolute roaring start. It's absolutely brilliant. So let's see what we've got. Now, I don't read with reversals with these cards. This is the Lunar Soul Tarot. They're so pretty. Wow. I actually did pick a card reading to post for tomorrow before this one. There's so many similarities here, it's bizarre. Two eights there in the middle. Wow, this is very cool, guys. Oh, I'll take that one, that flew out. Lots of 8s, a couple of 2s. I'll go through each card at a time, of course. I think we need that one. Wow, okay. I'm excited. Let's get started. So, as I said, the divine masculine right now is in his power. This is the Emperor card. It's an absolutely beautiful card. I love it in this deck. We really see that he's got all of the tools he needs, and he really is. By the way, if I do pause for a moment, it's because I'm channeling Arthur. So Arthur's saying, in terms of the divine masculine collective, we're really seeing some major shifts right now. This is very powerful. That blood moon we had has really woken a lot of twins up. They've been triggered to really step into this journey. I'm so excited by this reading already, just looking at it. So let's look at the past first. We've got the Page of Swords, okay? But in this deck, he's looking back. He's looking back into the distance. And, this is all about truth, about wanting to come forward with truth. But he's really stuck in the past. He's not sure what the way forward is. He just can't see that. And that's where he was in the past. But he's really tapping into his own intuition. We've got the High Priestess card here, which is very much about being connected spiritually. And Arthur's saying very much connected spiritually to his twin. We're seeing a lot of telepathic communication, a lot of astral communication, lots going on in the 5D. This twin is really struggling to get, this divine masculine is really struggling to get his divine feminine out of his head. There's a little bit of resistance there, Arthur's telling me, but he can't ignore it because it's happening. For the divine feminine, we've got the 6 of Discs, which is, of course, Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords. And, in this deck, for me, sometimes this card can mean exploitation, unequal give and take. But in this card, we see it's actually very equal and full of love. There's a lot of generosity right now in the divine feminine's heart. And she's feeling, or has been feeling, really generous, loving, generally affectionate, and, really in her power. And with this Two of Swords energy, again, I feel like it's a really different message in this deck. We see these two swords in the ground, firmly grounded. And I really see this as, rather than indecision, as a decision having been made. And I think that we're talking about, the divine counterparts here. I'm feeling that she's really grounded in her decision to move forward with this journey, and feeling very confident in that decision. The connecting energy, though, is the Eight of Wands. And we see in this card the lady in her tower, surrounded by swords, and she's not got a blindfold on like in some other decks. She's actually just got her hair, which is covering her face and blocking her view. But that's because of the wind, okay, which we know is intellect. That's because she's trying to rationalize things too much. And as a connecting energy, I feel like even though these two twins are really looking towards, forward movement, they are both kind of stuck up in their heads a little bit with it. We've got a lot of swords energy in this line up here. And, there's a lot of, mental blockages based in logic, reason, and trying to rationalize things in the past here. But moving forward into the present, we've got our divine masculine really wanting to come forward with love. Now, the Seven of Swords, which has cropped up here, to me can often indicate deception, deceit, dishonesty, but I don't see it that way in this deck. In this deck, he's actually looking at that last sword, and I feel like he's trying to work out how to come forward and speak his truth, how to come forward with that truth, because he's frightened. He's stood in the dark in this card, and he really wants to step into the light and grasp that last sword, the last piece of the puzzle, and to move forward with messages of love. This is the Knight of Cups, this is Pisces. We see this beautiful shooting star here, the water, which represents his emotion, and he's holding out the cup of love. Yeah, and it is overflowing with emotion. He really wants to come forward with messages of love. He's just not sure how yet. He's still stuck in this swords energy, this kind of overthinking things and, really trying to rationalize why he's feeling this way. And Arthur's telling me, for those of you that have, been in long separation, that feeling of not knowing how to come forward is going to be even more intense for that divine masculine, because there's been such a long gap in communication that he just doesn't know how that's going to be received. I'm getting a lot of fear as well about how this moves forward. And I'm actually killing myself that this card's come out, because my friend Made for Love, who I mentioned it in her reading today. This was the card that Arthur asked me to send her. This is the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Fire. She posted a beautiful reading today about the Queen of Fire. You need to go and watch it. But this card coming out here for me in the present is so powerful. So powerful. And we've also got the Three of Wands here, which is about fulfillment. That wait is over. So the divine feminine really is feeling very, very powerful right now, very stable. And what I love about this card, even though she's the Queen of Fire, she's crowned by a fish. She's connected to emotion. She's got the strength of these lions beside her, that beautiful Leo energy. She is all powerful. She knows what she wants. She knows what she needs. The sun is shining and she is happy right now. So this is a really beautiful present lineup. The connecting energy is another 8, and it's moved forward drastically from this 8 of Swords energy to the 8 of Discs, which is about doing the work. And I feel like both twins now are really starting to look forward in their twin flame connection and work out how to proceed. It's wonderful to have this as the connecting energy and knowing that the divine masculine also has this on his mind. But Arthur's saying, there is a lot of fear on his side. This is what this Seven of Sword energy is. He's still standing in the dark. He wants to step into the light. He's doing that work, but he's just not quite ready in that present moment. However, the future lineup is so exciting. Right, so the divine masculine, we've got this Three of Cups here, and this is the card of really stepping into his joy, of celebration, and just generally loving life. Now, I'm often inclined to say when threes crop up, that there could be a karmic situation. Oh, okay, right. So I love it when Arthur jumps in. So Arthur's saying this is what this Three of Wands waiting is about, and this fulfillment. I feel like the divine feminine has been waiting for that karmic situation to come to an end. And with it cropping up here, we see a gentleman here dancing with two ladies and they're holding cups. And Arthur's really guiding me to say that he's moving on from that. But this is part of the work that he's doing. And he's asking me to pull a clarifier as well. Hold on. Okay, so again, this matches this one here. We've got the Page of Swords here. And remember, both of these guys, this is the King of Swords. They are both looking to the past. Yeah, he's still dealing with that. He's still having to deal with that conversation. This is actually quite bizarre because this came up in my friend's reading as well. But, so that karmic situation is boiling to an end. The divine masculine is very much in his headspace about it. He's looking into the past and he's trying to figure out how to cut himself free of that with this sword energy. But swords isn't particularly a romantic feeling for him to have for her right now, and he's definitely moving away from that. And again, we've got now the Page of Cups, messages of love. And Arthur's showing me that there's a lot of fear in this card as well. He's still in darkness, even though the moon's kind of lighting the way and he can see his destination. He's still looking back. He's looking back and he's afraid. But this is still dramatic progress. I feel like this divine masculine twin has really stepped into his power and he's very focused on his lady twin. This is absolutely magnificent as well. In terms of the future lineup, we see the Eight of Cups here and the Nine of Cups. And, this is about this divine feminine really returning from this quest. I always see the Eight of Cups as a quest. And 8 is, the symbol of infinity. It's always about going somewhere and returning. But that journey is important. It's important for your inner growth. And, we really see... So Arthur's saying she's returning whole. She's returning whole. She's returning in this Nine of Cups energy, just abundant, joyous. The contrast between these two cards is clear to see. We've got this, this beautiful purple starry sky, which is slightly clouded. But she's moved into this Nine of Cups energy where she has the sun shining and absolute clarity. The connecting energy is the Two of Cups, the card of union, the card of coming together. We've got dark and light here, yin and yang, masculine and feminine, that beautiful balance. And this is really a very, very positive sign. The whole reading is really beautiful. But so Arthur's saying, hold on, I'm going to give you this message word for word because it's really lovely. Wow, that's really nice. So he's saying, the rainbow in this card, he's saying to get to the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, you have to remember that a rainbow needs rain. It needs a storm. It doesn't just need sun. It needs darkness. It needs rain. It needs cloud. And, we've still got a bit of rain to weather before this is going to happen. But for definitely a lot of divine feminines, your karmic... Your DM's karmic is on her way out. He's trying to figure out how to communicate that to her. And he's coming towards you. He's planning those messages of love. He's ready. This is really powerful. Okay, so let's look at how he's actually feeling about the divine feminine and how she's feeling about him. Got Nine of Cups there, which mirrors what the divine feminine had. That's beautiful as feelings, completion and strength. That's also Leo, matching that fire energy. Wow. Okay, oh, we'll take that one as well as a connecting card as it fell out. The King of Wands. Oh my God. Right. So how is the DM feeling about his DF? That Tower moment, okay, he's frightened. It's in reverse and he's frightened. He's frightened that when he comes towards her, there's going to be dramas that she might reject him. This very much mirrors this kind of Seven of Swords energy, this fear of stepping into the light. But he's feeling so joyous. And again, we see this beautiful balance of light and dark in this card. It's okay, that's clever. Arthur's showing me it's kind of an in-between of these two cards when you look at them. So the Divine Feminine had this Eight of Cups journey in the dark through to the Nine of Cups light. And we're being shown that the Divine Masculine is also coming through that same journey. He is arriving at the same conclusion as she is, of being in a really happy and healthy place and ready to come forward. The Divine Feminine has the Ten of Pentacles here and Strength, which is in Leo. And this is all fire, And with the Ten of Pentacles here, this is the card of stability, grounding, absolute abundance. She's in the energy of this bear, this lion. She's feeling super strong for her to inflame and she's feeling ready. She has done a tremendous amount of healing. She's super, super happy. There's just so much joy in this reading. I'm really, really feeling it. As connecting energies, it's incredible that we also got the King of Wands. That's the ultimate in spiritual divine union. These two, Wands is the suit of spirit. So that is super powerful as a connecting emotion. It's just beautiful. And we've also got the Seven of Cups here, which, for me is about the illusion of creation. And separation always is, physical separation is an illusion. And, I feel like this is a really, seven is a divine number, but I feel like in this card, with this symbol of creation, the snake, which is, a symbol of powerful divinity of the creator. And we have 7 chakras as well. For me, this is very powerful. It's about everything coming together and connecting and aligning. It's super, super powerful. Wow. So let's see what each party needs to do to move forward for the highest, greatest good. Wow, so that's this is crazy. There's so many of the same cards coming up. We've got the Empress and the Emperor. Wow. What a powerful reading. So these are all in reverse. Okay, and there's a powerful message here. So I just want to show you what's come up first, because remember, this lineup is for what the DM and DF needs to do to move forward for the highest, greatest good. And you've got the Empress and the Emperor in reverse. And Arthur's telling me, this is about not focusing on one another right now. Hold your twin in your heart, by all means, send them healing, send them love. But you need to do that last bit of healing for yourself so that you can achieve completion. And we see this mirrored in the Three of Swords energy. It's reversed in this card. Don't ignore that last bit of work you've got to do. It's really, really important. The Divine Masculine has got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, which the Divine Feminine had upright for her feelings. And I'm being guided to say, don't be afraid of coming forward. Don't be afraid of being judged. Arthur's saying, there's still a lot of self-worth issues with this Divine Masculine. He just doesn't feel good enough. And I feel like this Divine Feminine is much more abundant than him in the material realms. So in terms of work, home, cars, all that kind of things, I feel like she's fiercely independent and sorted, and he's not. He's not where he wants to be. He doesn't feel, that kind of alpha male power in him right now. He's stepped into this Emperor energy in his heart, but the bit that he really needs to heal now is this idea that he has to have all of this earthly material abundance. He doesn't. You don't have to have that. If this is you, trust she loves you anyway. Twin flame connection isn't about the 3D. It isn't about what you have. in literal terms. And the Divine Feminine, we've got the Page of Crystals in reverse. She's being called to be aware of that. If you're in communication with your twin, even if it's in the 5D, send them reassurance. Remind them that they needn't feel like the Page, like childish in comparison to your 10 of Pentacles abundance. They needn't feel less than. They needn't feel like something's lacking. It's not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You need to say that to him. But, with the Emperor and the Empress in reverse, I know it's hard, but this last leg of the journey, don't get too excited about union, because as Arthur said, there's got to be a bit of rain first. I'm feeling like he really meant healing. When this came up here, that's clearly what we're being shown. Don't focus on your twin. Right now, you need to focus on yourself. You need to do that last bit of healing that was shown here with the Three of Swords. And we've also got the Knight of Cups come up again, which is, the present energy of your Divine Masculine. He's wondering about how to come forward. But with this in reverse, we're being shown, don't do that yet. Just do this last bit of healing. Let this rain come. Let that last storm roll in so that you can get this rainbow, this unity, this connection. Wow. Oh, so nice. And choose some different cards as well. Get some oracle cards out. Okay, so, this is just kind of, what can you expect in terms of what lessons are you still not acknowledging? Learning, unconditional love, positive-minded people, and choose another one for connecting. Kindness, that's so lovely. Okay. So, I feel like there's a lot of pentacle energy in this card as well. It's so green. The Divine Masculine, in terms of what you're not acknowledging, acknowledge that you're still learning. You don't need to feel that you're lacking, that you're less than somehow, that you're not as powerful as your DF, that you're not powerful enough. You're still learning, and learning is a beautiful thing. You need to just... Arthur's saying that you are transforming in every sense of the world right now as well. He's saying the butterflies, the water in this card, the earthly abundance. You are stepping into a powerful phase of your life, and these numbers add up to 7, the number of divinity. And I think we saw that 7 chakras mirrored in the Serpent card as well, and the 7 of Cups. Trust that this learning serves you, that you're being driven forward, and you don't need to feel like, you're not good enough because you're still doing that learning. The Divine Feminine is about unconditional love, and you really need to purge those last feelings of self-worth, just like your Divine Masculine does. And remember, when one of you heals, you heal the other. So there's self-worth issues on both sides of the connection here, and you both need to come together in that healing. And I love that this is, a masculine and feminine with the rainbows, which is really resonates with this union card here, this 2 of Cups energy. So, trust that you've got a little bit of healing left to do, and that you need to step into that place of absolute unconditional love. We've also got positive-minded people and kindness. Okay, you really need to make sure you're surrounding yourself with the right people. Embrace your soul tribe. Embrace the people that understand your spiritual journey. And there's a lot of animals in this card as well, which Arthur's saying, keep your eyes peeled for power animals. This has come up in a few of my clients' one-on-one readings. He's saying there's been a lot of dreams amongst the Twin Flame Collective about power animals. Butterflies are a strong theme, but but so are birds, and birds are messengers. So pay attention to the dreams you're having about butterflies, which represent transformation, and birds, which represent messages. And, you know, positive-minded people is about sharing this journey with your light workers. Remember that there's a beautiful community of twin flames here that know your journey, they understand it, and they are supporting you. And this card really resonates for me today so much. It's been the most beautiful part of the twin flame journey for me, is actually meeting so many beautiful souls that are also on the spiritual path, not just twin flames, but just absolutely just people that are awe-inspiring in their spiritual work, in their unconditional love for self, for others, and their positivity. You know, when you step into that positive mindset, you begin to manifest the life you want. And this is what the twin flame journey is about. It's about stepping into joy. So make sure you're both surrounding yourself with people that can support you in doing that, support you on that path. So I'm going to choose one more card, which is for both. And this deck is called the Cosmic Reading Deck. They're a bit ugly, to be honest with you. Sorry if the creator's watching. I mean, they're just not my cup of tea. They're a bit bulky as well. But I'm going to read the message straight from the book, because they really are so beautiful, and they always summarize the reading so perfectly. So we've got self-worth, and 7 and 2 is 9. You know, you both had the 9 of Cups come up. It was in reverse for the masculine and upright for the divine feminine. 9s are about, you know, independence and an individual journey. So, you know, this is really important message for you now, in terms of saying this was the last lesson you need to really work on healing. So it says, do you know just how worthy, amazing and unique you are? You are incredible. If you have picked this card, we would like you to also see the amazing soul that is you. You are enough. Step back from trying to justify your existence with all the things that you constantly do. Stop comparing yourself to others, dear one. Please, not for 1 second, ever feel that you don't measure up to the people around you. No one is perfect, even the people that you may be comparing and measuring yourself against. Too much of your personal power is being given to others, which can be draining on your own energy supplies. So remember, positive-minded people. One of the most fundamental questions to ask yourself is, how much do I love myself? Unconditional love. Take some time out from your schedule and reflect on this question. The extent to which you love yourself dictates how successful you are in every facet of your life, in mind, body and spirit, and it dictates how fast you move towards union. You are worthy. It is time to stop walking in the shadow of others. Take your place on your own golden chair. Sit amongst the gods and goddesses and shine your radiant light. Appreciate yourself and all the beauty that you bring into this world. The more you come to see your own value and worth, the more others come to see these qualities within you. No matter who you are or what you feel you have accomplished in this life, you are magnificent and unique. But most importantly, you are enough. Take your place and shine. And the affirmation is, fill me with love and help me embrace the light, love and creative soul that is truly me. And the associated chakras are base and sacral. So that was beautiful, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to like, share and subscribe. And again, if you would like to take part and volunteer to be one of my twin flame couples for the light activation, I would be delighted to hear from you. I have added the information about how to donate down below in the description box, because I've had a lot of people email me and ask how to do that. Thank you so much. I'm so humbled that you'd like to do that. It really does help me to keep this channel going. And if you would like to donate a tarot deck instead to keep my readings fresh, then that would always be appreciated too. I have got a lot of tarot decks, so do email me to see what's on my wish list. And thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so mind blown today. It's just been such a magnificent, interesting and magical day. So I will see you guys tomorrow for another pick a card reading to take a look at how your divine masculine is faring. So tune in and I'll see you again soon. Bye.